Welcome back to No Passport Required, where you can travel the world from the comfort of your favorite chair. Today, we're heading into the wild heart of Colorado to explore Rocky Mountain National Park and the town that guards its gates, Estes Park. Think staggering peaks, glass-like alpine lakes, and wildlife that isn't shy about saying hello. But there's a darker side to this mountain paradise. One of these spots holds a chilling legend that inspired one of the most terrifying horror stories of all time. A place with a vibe so unsettling, it gave birth to a masterpiece. Stick around, because you're going to want to hear this. Our adventure kicks off in one of America's crown jewels, Rocky Mountain National Park. We're talking over 415 square miles of pure, unfiltered nature that absolutely demands your attention. But before you jump in the car, listen up, because this is important. The park has become incredibly popular, with visitation in recent years hovering around 4.1 to 4.3 million people. To protect this amazing landscape, a timed entry permit system is now a standard part of visiting. Now don't let that scare you off. Planning is power. For 2025, the reservation system kicks in around May 23rd. Here's the deal. For most of the park, you'll need a permit to enter between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. But for the main event, the Bear Lake Road Corridor, you'll need a special Timed Entry Plus permit to get in between 5 a.m. and 6 p.m. The permits are just a $2 processing fee on recreation.gov, but they get snatched up fast, so book them the moment you know your dates. It's a small hassle for a massive payoff, helping to keep this place pristine. With the logistics handled, let's get to the fun. The best way to soak in the majesty of the Rockies is on one of the most spectacular drives on the planet, Trail Ridge Road. Dubbed the Highway to the Sky, this is the highest continuous paved road in the U.S., climbing to an awe-inspiring 12,183 feet. This 48-mile road connects Estes Park with Grand Lake and takes you on a journey through different worlds. You start in lush green forests, but as you climb, the trees get shorter and twistier until they disappear completely. For 11 incredible miles, you're driving across the alpine tundra, a windswept, otherworldly landscape that feels like the top of the world. The views? There are no words, just a 360-degree panorama of snow-dusted peaks and valleys carved by ancient glaciers. Pull over at the overlooks. Seriously, pull over at all of them. Near the summit is the Alpine Visitor Center, the highest in the entire national park system, where you can catch your breath and learn about this fragile ecosystem. One crucial warning: this road is seasonal, usually open from late May to mid-October, and mountain weather is famously fickle. Always check the road status before you head out. And what's a trip to the Rockies without the locals? The park is teeming with over 60 species of mammals and hundreds of birds. Early morning and dusk are your prime time for wildlife spotting. The undisputed star of the show is the elk. You'll see them grazing in big herds in meadows like Moraine Park and Horseshoe Park. Come in the fall, and you'll hear the haunting sound of male elks bugling across the valleys during the mating season, or rut. Keep an eye out for the magnificent bighorn sheep, especially around sheep lakes. Moose are often spotted on the park's west side, and mule deer are practically everywhere in the lower elevations. And way up on the tundra, look for the smaller critters, the chubby, sunbathing yellow-bellied marmots, and the tiny, squeaky pikas hiding in the rock fields. Just remember, these are wild animals. Keep your distance, at least a football field away from bears and 25 yards from everything else, and never ever feed them. Let's keep wildlife wild. With so much to see, where do you even begin? To help you out, I've put together my favorite hikes, from easy strolls to leg-burning climbs. But first, if you're loving this virtual road trip, hit that like button. It's a huge help. And drop a comment below. Which animal are you most excited to see? Rocky Mountain National Park boasts over 350 miles of trails, so you're guaranteed to find your perfect hike. Let's start with a couple of family-friendly winners. The Sprague Lake Loop is a flat, easy half-mile walk that delivers stunning, postcard-perfect reflections of the Continental Divide. For a similar vibe, the Bear Lake Loop is another half-mile classic, famous for its iconic mountain views right from the get-go. Ready for a bit more of a challenge with a spectacular reward? The hike to Emerald Lake is a must-do. It's a 3.6-mile round trip from the Bear Lake trailhead that takes you past two other gorgeous lakes, Nymph and Dream, before you reach the main event, Emerald Lake, tucked right at the base of Hallett Peak's sheer cliffs. And for you thrill seekers who want a real taste of the high country, the park delivers. The Alpine Ridge Trail is short but steep. It's affectionately called the Huff and Puff Trail for a reason, but the 360-degree views from over 12,000 feet are worth every gasp. Then there's the ultimate prize for seasoned mountaineers, Long's Peak. At 14,259 feet, this is a serious, strenuous climb that demands respect, preparation, and a pre-dawn start. It's not for everyone, but reaching that summit is a feeling you'll never forget. Whatever trail you choose, be smart. Mountain weather can turn on a dime, so dress in layers, pack extra water, and always tell someone your plan. After a few days in the wild, it's time for a little civilization in the charming gateway town of Estes Park. This isn't just a place to sleep, it's a destination. The heart of town, Elkhorn Avenue, is perfect for a stroll, with its quirky shops, art galleries, and old-school candy stores pulling saltwater taffy in the window. And you're never far from a jaw-dropping mountain view. Don't be surprised if you have to stop your car for the other locals. Herds of elk are famous for wandering right through town, grazing on lawns and golf courses as if they own the place. For more fun, you can rent a paddle boat on Lake Estes, ride the aerial tramway for sweeping views of the valley, or get your adrenaline fix on the Mustang Mountain Coaster. But Estes Park has a darker story to tell. Remember that chilling legend I mentioned? Well, its roots are right here. Perched on a hill overlooking town is a grand, historic, and slightly intimidating white building with a vibrant red roof, the Stanley Hotel. Built in 1909 by F.O. Stanley, the inventor of the Stanley steamer automobile, it was a luxurious summer retreat for the East Coast elite, but it earned its global fame for something far spookier. In the fall of 1974, a young writer named Stephen King and his wife checked in for the hotel's last night of the season. They were the only guests. They stayed in room 217. As King wandered the vast, empty corridors that night, his imagination fired up. Later, he had a terrifying nightmare about his 3-year-old son being chased down the hall by a writhing fire hose. He woke with a start, and by the time he'd finished a cigarette, the bones of his next novel were set. That hotel became the infamous Overlook Hotel in his masterpiece, The Shining. Today, the Stanley Hotel leans into its haunted legacy. It's known as one of America's most haunted hotels, and you can take ghost tours to hear all the tales. People report hearing phantom children laughing on the 4th floor and seeing the ghost of F.O. Stanley himself. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the place has an undeniable atmosphere. You can grab a drink at the whiskey bar that inspired the one in the film, or, if you're feeling brave, book one of the famously spirited rooms. So, would you spend the night? It's a fascinating collision of history, Hollywood, and the supernatural. From the soaring wild peaks of Rocky Mountain National Park to the charming streets and spooky corridors of Estes Park, this slice of Colorado is an adventure for all the senses. It's a place of breathtaking beauty and bone-chilling tales, a journey that will spark your imagination and maybe even have you looking over your shoulder. Thanks for joining me on this trip to the Rockies. If you had fun, leave a like and a comment. I'd love to know what destination you want me to explore next on No Passport Required. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures from around the globe. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.